Hey, you guys, I'm back. This is Save Time with Tori. My bad, you guys. I've been gone for at least 8-9 days. I'm not even sure. I got to go back and look at when the last time I uploaded my video. But I've been vacationing, you guys. Me and my kids, my whole family, we just been out of town, out of state, out of mind, pretty much. So, you know, my bad, you know. But when the weather, well, not really the weather, but like when school starts back and everything, and I have a little bit more free time, I'll probably start uploading a little bit more frequently. But as of right now, it's a hot girl summer, so basically, you know, I'm trying to get in where I fit in. But anyway, today's video is basically going to be about you can't let go because you're living in fantasy land. So basically where I'm going with this is that, you know, maybe a guy treated you a certain way in the beginning, and then now they're moving a little weird, and so now you're like having a hard time trying to let go and, you know, move on basically. But it's going to be a fairly short video. But you're basically in love with potential. Maybe he has a lot of money, maybe he look good, and you know, maybe he's a good dad to, you know, his children that are already in this world, and you're thinking maybe, you know, he could become, you know, a great father to your child, you know, in the future and things like that. A lot of times we get caught up into, you know, what could be instead of what we're looking at, because, you know, if this man is not really showing you, you know, or not giving you much to work with, he might have been doing it in the beginning, but if he's not doing it right now, then I mean, it means nothing. Like whatever the hell happened like 3 months ago is zero to the left. What the fuck is this motherfucker doing like today, like in today's time, in today's world? Because more than likely, you know, he love bomb you. I mean, let's just go with that, because if they start one way and then they switch up, is, to me, that's love bombing. So you basically put on a show, you brought your representative to me, and now, you know, I'm thinking that's who you really are in real life, but now you're showing me something else. So basically you showed me just enough to get what you wanted out of me, and now, you know what I'm saying, now you're this whole different type of, you know, guy, and now you expect me to deal with this and put up with this and, you know, be in a relationship with this. No, I'm not doing that, because you showed me, you know what I'm saying, something else. You showed me the man that I wanted to see in the beginning. Now you're showing me some shit that you created and cooked and pulled out your ass, and I don't like this version. Like, if I'd have saw this version up front, like, we wouldn't even made it this goddamn far. And so basically, you know what I'm saying, like, I got catfished to a certain degree. But no, he basically just switched up on you, and now you have to figure out what to do with all these feelings that you have now, you know, basically, you know, I'm not gonna say created, but like, you now give a fuck, because at the beginning most people don't, you know, care that much, because, you know, it's new, and, you know, you're willing to lose this person, and, you know, no harm, no foul. But once you get deep in the game, and, you know, you start sleeping with this person, and y'all spend all this time making all these memories and things like that, and so now, you know, you have this this soul tie. Basically, you want to, I mean, you know, you want, and now you're hoping things go back to the way they were, and then, you know, time goes by, and then you realize that they're not gonna go back to where they were. Like, this is who he really is. This is who he always was, basically what I'm trying to say. And so now you have to try to figure out, should I stay? Should I go? Should I try to fix this? Should I bring it to his attention and things like that? To me, I wouldn't bring nothing to nobody's attention, because you knew what the fuck he was doing in the first place. Hold on, you guys. It's 95 degrees out here. It's hot in the hell. My car running hot. It seems like when I sit still, it runs hot. It doesn't pass like the halfway line. So, yeah, I might have to cut this video halfway and turn this engine off or something, let it cool down. But anyway, I got my Smoothie King, y'all. I couldn't take it no more. I actually left my water bottle at home, but anyway. Where I'm going with this conversation, basically, you're sitting around hoping and praying that this man go back to, you know, doing what he was doing before, and then he never does. Or he might for like a split second and then revert back to, you know what I'm saying, the bullshit. And so basically, you know, you can't really judge a person by their representative. I say give it at least 90 days, minimum. I mean, you can give them more than that, because some people can put on the front like for years, you know, so I can't even really, you know, give a like a definite time period. But typically most men that are playing games, somewhere around the 90-day mark, you're gonna see a few red. You might not see all of them. You're gonna see something within the first 90 days. Now, whether or not you decide to, you know, peak game, or you decide to brush it off and, you know, pretend like the shit didn't happen, or, oh, it wasn't that bad, or, you know, oh, you know, if you try to basically, what's the word I'm looking for? If you try to like make excuses for you, that's what I'm trying to say. If you try to make excuses for it, it ain't gonna do with that. But typically, somewhere around the 90-day mark is when, some of them are earlier than that. Some of them can't even front for 2 days. They mad slip all the way off. But some are good actors. Some can put on until you put that ring on. Then so you put that ring on, they start whooping your ass. The camera didn't freeze. Yeah, they start doing the most. But the point is that typically around that time period, you will see some fuck shit start happening, and you'll start scratching your head like, okay, he didn't used to talk to me like this before. Okay, you know, he didn't used to like treat me like, he used to bring me flowers on every Friday, and now, you know, I don't see that anymore. Hey, he used to kiss me on my forehead before he leaves, and now he just jumps up and runs out the door. You know, shit like, you start noticing like little shit like that starts happening. And then at that point, you know, your antenna should go up. Like, some ain't adding up. 2 plus 2, you know, ain't 4 no more. It's goddamn 17. But anyway, what I'm trying to get at here is that a lot of women stick around too long waiting on a man to change, and they're not. Like, they are who they are, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it unless you're the dream girl. Now, they will change for the woman that they want. Now, if they don't want you bad enough, or if they feel like they can do it just a little bit better than you, and they're holding out, you know, for that girl, then, I mean, you're just, I mean, you pretty much, like, wasting your time. I mean, there's really no other way to say it. Like, you're doing this dog and pony show for a man that's not going to end up choosing you in the end. Like, because when his dream girl walks by down the street, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's immediately going to start thinking, how can he, like, get with her? How can he talk to her? He's going to find a way to, like, get in proximity of her to try to get to know her. And, you know, once he realizes, hey, we're compatible. Hey, you know, I think this could work. Hey, she's sexy. Hey, you know, she got, you know, I don't know, big titties compared to, you know, the girl I'm with now. She's an A cup, but homegirl over here, she's a full C cup, and they sitting up right. You know, he started doing comparisons in his head, subconsciously or consciously. I mean, who's to say? But the point is that once his dream girl enters his life, like, you're on the chopping block. I mean, what can you do? Like, you're more attracted to this person than you are the person you're with, and eventually those feelings are going to lead to some type of, like, action in real life. I'm not saying they're just going to jump right in the bed, start cheating the next day, but it's going to be like subtle things, you know, like, they might, like, once they get to know them and find out their name, they might start, like, popping up, like, where they work or where they hang out, and then they might start, you know, get each other's social media handles, and then once they get that, they might start, you know, like, video chatting, and then eventually it's going to lead to, like, in-person, like, dates or meetups or whatever, and then next thing you know, they're fucking. So, you know, like, I just say that whatever man is showing you at that point in time, not in the past, not 3 years ago, but what this motherfucker is showing you today, as of today, like, that's the only thing that counts. Because what you did in the past, like, it doesn't really shape our future for real. Like, because if I was queen last year and now this year I'm a goddamn peasant scraping the bottom of your shoe, like, fuck all that shit you did before. Like obviously that wasn't you, that was somebody else. So now you know, you on some other shit, and so now it's time for me to go. But anyway, I just thought I'd touch on this topic because, you know, a lot of women waste years of their life waiting on a man to, you know, straighten up and get it together. And a lot of times they never do, because most of the time they're looking for something else or an upgrade. They don't want to settle until they're sure. And a lot of times it takes a man a long time to be sure. Unless their dream girl shows up early in life, which most of the time they don't. Like, most men get married in like their 40s and 50s because they're still, you know, sampling on the damn smorgasbord. But I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, this is Save Time with Tori, and I do what? I save you time from the bullshit. Okay, bye.